Hi guys, welcome back to X and Yon channel. As of last Wednesday, 10th of June, the Federal Reserve held a press conference where the chairman, Jerome Powell, actually gave a speech on the current economic situation in the USA, and they also presented an economic projection for the next 3 years. Right after that, there was a sudden drop of at least 200 points in the S&P 500 in just one day, as you can see in this chart. There are a few main points that Jerome Powell mentioned in his introductory speech. I have attached the video and transcript link in the description below. Firstly, there is high unemployment rate. In the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the unemployment rate suddenly went up a lot in the start of the year 2020. It is the highest over the past 10 years, from 3.6 in January, 3.5 in February, 4.4 in March, and then it has risen up to 14.6 in April, and there's a slightly drop to 13.3% in May. It is still a very bad situation, meaning in every 100 people, 13 of them are jobless and has no income. Nearly 20 million jobs has been lost since February. As highlighted by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, this figure is likely to be understated. The second reality of the current economy is there's a decline in the real GDP, which you can see in the data presented by the USA government. The real GDP decreased by 5% in the first quarter of 2020. This is in response to the lockdown when the US government issued stay-at-home notice starting from March. As explained, the decrease is due to less personal consumption expenditure (PCE). Because of the lockdown, people spend less on buying stuff and services. The inflation fell below 2% due to the weak demand and pushing down the consumer prices. The third reality is high bankruptcy filing for companies. At least 55 companies have filed for bankruptcy in the month of May. If we take a look in the data, the number of companies in the compulsory liquidation for the first quarter is about 199 from January to March. 2020 has been a busy year for retail companies. As reported in the news, there are a few famous retail chains such as Tuesday Morning, Centric Brands, JCPenney, Stage Stores. They are the retailers that have already filed for bankruptcy. As a result of the global pandemic and the lockdown, businesses are unable to survive, and this subsequently contributed to the high job loss claim. So what is the expectation of the economy? The Federal Reserve presented the economic projection under their individual assumption. We'll use the median. For year 2020, the real GDP is estimated to be reduced by 6.5%, unemployment rate at 9.3%, and the PCE, personal consumption expenditure, to be at 0.8%. Therefore, interest rate is likely to be maintained at 0.1% for at least 3 years until year 2022. This is nearly zero interest rate to stimulate the flow of credit in the economy. Next, the Main Street Lending Program will be running soon to help small and medium-sized businesses. As in the Q&A session, Jerome Powell mentioned that the Fed is in the midst to amend the facility to benefit the borrowers. They will lower the minimum loan size, increase the maximum loan size, lengthen the maturity, stretch out the repayment schedule for borrower. So the borrower will have to repay the principal in 2 years delay and the interest on 1 year delay. With that, businesses are able to get more cash to continue operating and paying its staff. This will lower down the overall unemployment rate. With more people having job and income, they will spend more on the consumer products. Businesses are able to generate profit. So the adjust of interest rate is clearly a monetary tool used by the Fed to restore the market to function. Although the economy is now on gradual reopening, the recovery of economy remains uncertain. things can never go back to normal until people feel safe to engage in the activity like the pre-COVID. The pace is very much depending on the success of the country to contain the virus and the success of having the vaccine. That's all for the sharing. Please smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe to our channels as we will share more on stock and property investment. Stay tuned and see you next week.